Hello, Tracy Williams here, your success coach, your results expert. As a success coach, I study the works of Napoleon Hill a lot. He spent his entire life studying success and successful people. And what he learned and shares with us is that successful people use their thoughts, their mind, their actions, and their emotions to get in alignment with success, in harmony with success and the things in their life that they desire. Now, as much as you and I might like to control lots of things in our lives, and we might like to control some people in our lives, Napoleon Hill tells us that there's one thing that we have absolute control over, and that one thing is our thoughts. And he goes on to say that if we fail to control our mind, if we fail to control our thoughts, that we'll control nothing else. You see, we have the ability to reject or accept any thoughts that enter our mind. And you might be thinking, really? I've got jumping monkeys in my mind. If I have that ability, why am I unable to reject or eject the monkeys that are in my mind? You know, we seldom exercise the ability to do that. And the reason that we seldom exercise that ability is that we've really been trained in our society to focus on our conditions, to focus on the stuff that's going on around us, whether it's stuff that we want or whether it's stuff that we don't want. So we kind of come by it naturally, but we can strengthen that. It's not a muscle, it's an intellectual ability, and yet let's call it a muscle for the conversation. Like any muscle, if we don't use it, we lose it. And like any muscle, if we do use it and we do exercise it, it becomes stronger, it becomes honed, and it becomes much more easily accessible for us anytime we need it. But when we first decide to strengthen a muscle, what happens? We have to really focus on that, right? We have to concentrate. We have to put in some extra time, possibly, and make some extra effort to strengthen that muscle. So this week, I invite you to make a decision to strengthen that muscle and make a decision to hone the skill, hone the ability to reject or accept thoughts, to make a decision that you're going to choose the thoughts that are rolling through your head. You're going to choose thoughts that take you in the direction of your dreams, in the direction of your goals. And here's where we're going to start, with complaining and whining. Complaining and whining are really powerful. They take us in the opposite direction of where we want to go. So when we find ourselves, when we notice what we're noticing, when we notice that we're whining, when we notice that we're complaining, or we hear ourselves doing it, press the pause button, say next, or say cancel, and then choose gratitude. You know, pretty much in any circumstances that we're in, we can find something to be grateful for. There's abundance all around us. So when we push that pause button, when we say cancel or next, we're going to deliberately think of something that will move us in the direction of what we would love. Think about something that you do have some effect over, as opposed to something that you absolutely don't. Napoleon Hill told us that this ability is actually the ability for us to control our mind, reflects our divine nature. To quote him, he said, "This divine prerogative is the sole means by which you can control your destiny." How cool is that? The sole means by which you can control your destiny. He says your mind is spiritual real estate. Protect it and use it. Use it with the care that any divine royalty is entitled to. So I invite you this week, notice what you're noticing, notice when you're complaining, notice when you are whining about something, say next, say cancel, and choose a thought that's going to move you in the direction of your dreams. Here's to your success.